Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our last 1, 2, 3 Play With Me virtually. And today our focus is going to be on art discovery. And so when we do art projects with the little ones, like in the infants to 3-year-olds, we do what's called process art. So it's more about the creative journey and not their finished product. So you're not necessarily making a craft, you're just creating. So when children draw and scribble, that's how they learn their writing skills, how to hold the pencils and the crayons. And when they use Play-Doh, it helps develop the fine motor skills, the small muscles in their fingers and hands to help with that holding the pencils and crayons to draw and scribble. When they finger paint, that's how they learn creativity and ways to express themselves. And when they cut and glue, that's how they learn about cause and effect. Like, oh, I cut this corner off this square, it's not a square anymore. And then that's how they learn. Sometimes you can't go back and fix it. So I'm going to show you now a few things that you can do to work with the art discovery and do that process art. And we're going to start with the drawing and scribbling. So we're just your basic regular crayons, draw a picture, scribble, whatever. But if you want to do some focusing on how, developing letters and writing skills, do something like write their name really big on a piece of paper and give some stickers. We've got just some dots. And have them outline their name with the dots, or do the alphabet. Do one letter at a time, fill the whole page, and then have them trace it with the dots. And that is a really great way. It also develops those fine motor skills of peeling the dots off of the paper. And next, we took some painter's tape, made a smiley face on here, and we have dot stampers, bingo daubers, whatever you want to call them. And you just decorate the picture. It works on those fine motor gripping skills. You can reinforce concepts like colors. Ask them, what colors are we stamping with now? And you can do numbers. Have them make a number or a letter out of the painter's tape. And then if you do want a finished product, after you're finished with this, peel the tape away and you have your white space that has the picture in it. Oops. Another option is we have some roll-on painters, and they are basically just rollers that you use to enforce those drawing and scribbling, color concepts. You can trace shapes or numbers or letters with them. You can just be creative, design their own pictures, and just roll the paint on. Next, we have just your plain old finger paint. And can't be afraid to get dirty with some of these. And just scribble, make abstract art, be creative, blend your colors, have fun. Another one for reinforcing those small muscle skills is giant ink pads. You can do fingerprint art with them. Have them make animals, make faces out of their fingerprints, or use roll stampers to enforce those fine motor skills, the muscle skills. And we have a bunch of different patterns you can find, and it works on those pushing and pulling, writing, gripping muscles. And we have next, these are a lot of fun, foam sensory paint, because it's always fun to add a sensory element. And you just, we can, oh, helps if we take that off. Pump it onto the paper. And this one is a good one for getting messy, getting your fingers in it. Do some finger painting with it. It's very gel-like and squishy. Or if you have something fun, you can practice play with textures, patterns, different things like that. And finally, we have Play-Doh. So lots of times you'll find things like these. We have the dough mats, and we have these that have shapes on them. So it reinforces those shape concepts of make the shape out of your dough. Make it fit. Make the square for the robot's body. Or shape it into a triangle for the top of the castle. Apparently my triangle making skills are not that great today. We even have do ovals for the belly of the teddy bears. But if you don't have the nice fancy mats like this, you can just take a lump of the dough, flatten it out onto your surface, and use something to trace, to do patterns in it. Use a roller. We have these that will cut it and slice it in fun little patterns. There are all kinds of options you can do with this. And if you don't have to have all of this fancy stuff at home, if you don't have it, that's okay. And we're gonna, just do some paper, do some chalk, do some crayons. Or we have a couple of recipes here that I'm going to share with you for homemade stuff with real simple ingredients that you should already have in your kitchen. So you can do homemade Play-Doh with flour, salt, water, vegetable oil, and food coloring. Real simple instructions on how to make it. And we also have homemade sidewalk chalk paint. All you need for this one, cornstarch, water, and food coloring. Real simple instructions. Go out and paint the driveway. Have a lot of fun with it, and it'll wash away with the rain. And it can be as simple as that, or if you decide you want to try some of this fancy stuff, go for it. Just have fun, create, and enjoy the art. And we hope you've enjoyed coming to our 1, 2, 3 Play With Me virtually, and we will see you again when we try it again next time. Thanks.